I just played through Clair Obscur Expedition 33 and it's definitely a JRPG. Let's dig into the journey and see what's what. You know what to do if you enjoyed this video. We open in a city that looks suspiciously like a painting. What's with the 34 in the background? I'm sure I'll find out while looking extra spiffy.
If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
What, the flower? Or Sophie?
Ooh, dark. Sophie would approve.
Wait, what? These two must be a part of Expedition 33, but what's a gommage? Again, we'll figure it out. I take my flower and follow Mael across the rooftops. Magic grappling hooks? I guess that's a thing. We're on the clock, so we have to stop for a duel? Is that how that works? Naturally, I electrocute Mael to death and...
You won. Now, don't you feel better? I see your smile.
What just happened? I broke up with Sophie a while ago, but we're still in love? Let me guess, she was the mistress and I like it extra smelly. Madame, will you permit me?
Still can't finish your sentences, can you?
Yep, that hasn't changed.
Oh, okay, we just broke up. Chroma? That sounds like currency. Everyone is headed to the harbor, so we should go too. I grab what I can along the way. Cyril needs help with a newspaper headline. Okay.
You really are lazy.
Of course he is, but he might as well write about Expedition 33. Estelle sculpted some creature named Esquier. She should probably paint it. The Gestrels are somewhere out there. We might see them soon.
That's why I'm training every day by beating up my little brother.
What? Richard wants me to deliver an expedition uniform to his son. That's nice. I have to fight a balloon because Eloise is sad? Whatever. At least it worked. By the way, who is CL? Everyone is depressed. Well, not everyone.
Not everyone attends the living wake or goes to the harbour for the gommage. Some prefer more intimate goodbyes.
Yeah, I got that. Thanks, Sophie. Wait, she thinks that I'm going to get with Lune? No comment. Nicholas needs some inspiration, so I have to dodge Sophie's blade? I mean, the final piece is good, but why? Kids are going to become orphans? Oh. Maxime is drinking himself stupid too, that might keep happening. The light dance is pretty neat, but what the hell is a mime doing here?
Gustav, help!
Oh boy! My base attacks do virtually nothing. Is this where overcharge comes in? That did the trick. Let's end this thing. Huh. I got a record out of it. We meet back up with Mael and she offers a fond goodbye. It's time. But first, one last gift. Sophie brought me my uniform. It looks nice. Then again, she will only have a few moments to appreciate it. The Paintress awakens, writes 33 on a slab, and a ton of people get snapped into thin air. Sophie is, of course, no exception. The Expedition Festival awaits. I have a token, so I get an old key? Where does that go? Oh, this is CL. Jules gives his uniform to me instead. I don't blame him. We have world-building trivia? I don't know anything other than what we just learned. A merchant is offering unusable pictos? Well, it's just a festival token. There's Lune. Sophie knows how to pick 'em, I guess. We're heading for Expedition Zero's landing site. I'm sure that nothing bad will happen when we get there. The little ones have a journal for me? How thoughtful. Bastien is Commander 32, eh? Okay, I suppose it's time for another duel with Mael. After all, no one cares that two expeditioners are trying to kill each other, right?
Congratulations, you beat a teenager. Take this token as your well-deserved prize.
You started it. That last token leads to a man bun, I guess. Emma's here to see us off with a speech, and we're on our way. We land right where we need to be, but something is wrong. An old guy is waiting for us.
Which expedition are you from?
Oh. The landing turns into a slaughter and I face a hand creature? Wait, where am I now? I'm in bad shape, so I should focus on that first. Luckily, a potion is in my pack. Ah, nuts, here comes an Evron. That could have been worse. I should get to the indigo tree. The previous expeditions put up some handholds, which helps a lot. I run into a cave and, oh no, they're all gone. Hey, this is a French game. Why are you acting like a German? Loon finds me just in time. That's a relief.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue.
There is an Evron to waste, so I do just that and take its essence. Loon can have Dodger for now. We find our way to another expedition flag and rest for a moment. That looks about right. More Nevrons. They have to go. A new sword. Let's see what it can do. There are streetlights out here? Are we in a painting? Apparently, Pictos are just lying around in the wild. Nevron, be gone! Okay, now what? There's another flag. Loon needs a healing spell. We'll have to smash through a lot of these monsters, won't we? Oh yay, flying enemies are around. At least I'm able to shoot them. Expedition 69 set up the climbing gear? Nice. Why is this Nevron so slouchy? Wait, there's an expedition journal. It ended for them right there. Maybe we should give it to the thing. Okay, so we're in a painting. Why is no one cluing into this? There are an awful lot of Nevrons out here. It's nothing that a few bullets can't fix. There's resin out here. Maybe that's what Jar needs? Yep, but how to light it? My sidearm will do. Jar is happy, but the light goes out. At least we have one more healing tint. Let's move on, and uh-oh, we have a boss fight. Will this do anything? Okay. Counters seem to do more damage than my attacks, though. Minions? Great. A little earthbending should help. Good, let's take the thing down. No one is here because it can't be that simple. Mile is in Coral Land. Loon wants to adhere to protocol, Gustav doesn't.
Was our entire team dying part of that optimal result?
That's a lousy thing to say. Loon follows anyway. I grab what I can and head for the weird exit. Wait, the world has a map and the levels don't? Yay. Let's make camp.
I'm sorry about earlier. The beach was not your fault.
Right.
No, it was. I convinced Alan to land there.
That's survivor's guilt talking. Who was the old guy, though?
Oh, fuck the mission! Fuck the mission, Luna!
He should snap out of it, right? That is how this works, because plot.
You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When one falls. Not if. When. We knew not all of us would make it. But we continue.
Move along.
You and I. Come on, we always said the future of Lumiere is more important than
Any individual life, yes.
Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that? Do you?
I hope I do.
That's enough, I guess. I mean, it's not like he attempted a game over. We should get some sleep and annihilate a mime. Done and done. There's the coral. These Pictos should be very useful. Oh, don't worry. It just looks like we're underwater. Expedition 68's remains are here, but we should focus on Mael. What is that? It's a paint cage and I have to shoot out the locks. We need the treasure, so why not? That ought to help. Different Nevrons, we could have a problem. Oh wait, never mind. It's okay when you get a grasp of what you're doing. Streetlights again, huh? Go figure. Noko's hut? Who is that? Wait, why is most of Gustav's skill tree blocked out? There's a modern door here. It sucks us inside. Someone is watching us, but not the old guy. There's a manor in here. The doors are locked though. All but one.
Are you real?
I have no idea. This weird creature must have been responsible for our rescue. Oh, it's looking for a training fight? Whoa. In all fairness, I need to know how Mael does her thing. When in doubt, use the burn. First tries are best tries. Wait, that's Noko? Loon is absolutely giddy. The Gestural Village seems like the next step, so I don't blame her. A duel with Noko delivers another Picto. That's decent. More Nevrons get in the way and move out of it in no time at all. Oh, it's another white Nevron. This one is missing a mine. Well, it has to be around here somewhere. Nope, not down here. It's platforming time. There it is, and here you go. Loon could definitely use a new weapon. Oh no, that one is even larger. Actually, it's easy, never mind. We'll have to do some upgrades back at camp, but that's okay. Loon needs to learn how to revive. Let's circle back for some goodies on the count of 4. There are 3 of them now? Thunderfall will do the trick. Nice! Overcharge can do the same!
For those who come on.
Alright! Ooh, another paint cage! What's inside? A solid backup for Loon? I'll take it! That one is huge! We can take on a mime, though. The odds are against us, but that's where Virtuose Stance comes in. And there we go! Sure, it's a hairstyle, but the French love their salons. Ha 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 ha! Mael is right about the Bourgeon. We'll have to come back later. Let's get rid of the other Nevrons, the what we can handle for now. I push up the field to a suspicious flower and...
Watch out!
Oh great! Destroy the flowers! It's easy to get whacked by a monstrosity like this. Just one more shot, and we're done. Mael seems to know the thing, but it escapes before we can learn more.
It felt familiar somehow.
I hope this doesn't happen over and over and over again. We're on our way out to a nightmare. Who is that? It's hard to sleep, so we have to talk about how death is inevitable.
Oh, I'm running as soon as I see a strand of white hair, trust me. You won't even see me, I'm running so fast.
Oh, please, you're an old man. I can outrun you any day.
Yeah, right.
This is pretty good. I'm sure that it won't fall away for reasons, right? At least there's a bit more optimism floating around the camp. Let's grab some upgrades and head over to the ancient sanctuary. Mael annihilates a tank and we discover a seemingly dead boy. He can't remember anything because plot. Moving on out is easy. Kind of. Oh great, we have to fight a sack of potatoes. It'll be fine. Thankfully, the controller has no hard feelings. Let's get moving. There are more of them. I can shoot out the catapults though, so there's that. The final stumble is very hard to block. Ooh, lifesteal ought to be good. That mime has great hair, and I'm gonna steal it for Loon. Some catapults have to drop too, why not? Dodging is pretty janky with these big things. Okay, we can rest over here for a moment. It's time for a boss fight. I can parry some cannon shots. Mael's flurry knocks back our enemies, so its arm has to go. Jumping is good, but we need a medic over here. Oh, yay. Loon makes the gestural pilots unhappy. We are taking steps forward, though. That's all that matters. Unfortunately, the paintbrush people just seem to like fighting. It might be difficult to get... I see what you did there. This seems a little out of order, so let's talk to Golgra. She points us to Esquier, but we have to do a tournament to learn the password. Well, some of the Gestrals seem to be interested in reading. That's something. Okay, let's get it over with. Mael stabs Bertrand Big Hands pretty easily. Who's next? Dominique could be a problem. Fortunately, Footlove gets him nowhere. Matthew has a knife. That's no big deal. It's time for the final... Wait, Ciel is still alive? We have to duel for a bit, but the elixirs should be enough. It's kind of jarring. Then again, Mael has one of the most OP weapons in the game now. Oh, it's Ciel's tutorial? She reminds me of a certain Marvel character, which is neat. So, what's the password?
Get out of my way!
Really? Mael is going to be almost unstoppable. There's another manor door here. Huh. Secret passages are great, but what's inside can be even better. Yummy. I can shoot the crates? Okay. Who is going to cut Mael's hair? That's a nice little Easter egg. Some side quests can be fun. However, we need to find Eskie. I think that Lune might like me. We'll have to see. Why would I leave Mael at the village? She deals damage. Ciel is more of a tease, which is fine until it hurts. No one can believe that Eskie is in reach. All of a sudden, Mael has a vision. That girl looks familiar.
It's her fault, and she doesn't even know it. But you can't be here.
Is that what Mael actually looks like? Oh wait, never mind, the vision is over. At least the expedition is there for her. In the morning, we find a gestural child. Many more are out there, but I'm sure we'll spot them all in due time. Let's get to Eskie's nest. We're in the right place, so now what?
Well, Gustav, you're the loudest.
Oh, fine.
Come on, don't be shy.
Down, girl!
Get out of my way!
That's actually pretty funny. Should I apologize, though?
And
Come on, it's a gestural. He'll have forgotten in about a minute.
It's time to explore, but why are the mushrooms popping in? We should talk it out first.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Wait, Eskie knows Ciel? How is that? For some reason, the big guy needs a rock to swim. Where is it?
But Chloe was stolen by my art nemesis. One whose every step shakes the foundation of the world. The one known as Francois.
Oh, he's actually right across the river. That's easy. What is with this poppin'? The game reset my settings back to low. Yay. We should figure out what is going on.
You can't just walk into someone's home without knocking. That is incredibly rude.
I see that the British are here.
Eskie! Stop sending hooligans over here!
Stop being a meanie. They're nice humans.
Yep, definitely a Brexiteer. Naturally, we have to fight him for reasons. The Angry Turtle starts off with a ton of shields, but we make short work of the guy. Let's take Flory and get out of here.
Maybe they came from another world.
Why am I hearing a bullhorn?
That's not Flory.
It turns out that we have to fight Nevrons in a far-off land. What else is new? But first, a nightmare. Mael wants to eat cake, but she's also getting stabbed. Some guy saved her from a house fire? It's really loud in here. I don't know why. Anyway, we have some rocks to throw. Mael is still upset, so we should figure something out.
Yeah. I hate it too. Things we don't understand. They just make us feel small and powerless. But it helps, you know, to focus on the things I do understand. On the people I care about and who care about me. And, you know, now I feel a little less lost, because at least we're lost together.
That's surprisingly thoughtful. The relationship development has been pretty decent so far. I'm sure that nothing will come along and ruin it. Right? Somehow Ciel figured out that Lune saved me.
And I understand better than anyone. You know that?
So that's how Eskie met her the first time. For some reason, not Mael is watching over Mael. Oh, by the way, it's getting really loud in here again. Alright, what's in the Stonewave Cliffs?
Wanna go for a ride?
Not until we get back to your bedroll. Oh wait, she's talking about the Ferris wheel, never mind. Eskie bitch slaps a boss monster, and we move on. Expedition 78 fell here. Drat! A new sword can be helpful. Rock monsters are a little annoying, so we take one down and oh great, more of them. In all fairness though, the enemy types are somewhat different. We should stay alert. The obviously dead boy is still cryptic. Okay. More Nevrons? A lot more. Why's this farmhouse here? Fighting solves everything, doesn't it? I come across an inert Hexga. The thing needs rocks, but how do we get them? Oh right, more Nevrons in a dark cave. I grab the crystals, see a bedroom, and find a new toy. It's not easy to enjoy though, because we have to fight Mr. Finger Blaster. We wear the thing down and it drops into the ocean. Until it doesn't. That means that we have to fight the thing again, so we do just that and recover Flory. Naturally, Mael and Gustav need to talk. That definitely won't cause problems. Oh, death is on the menu. I can electrocute the guy, but it doesn't matter at all.
You won't yet understand. But this is a kindness, not a cruelty.
The sister is actually from the outside? Wow, who could have seen that one coming? A replacement wants to jump in too? How convenient. Mael is depressed, therefore hug. Lune thinks that all may be lost. CL is not so sure because we still have 2 acts to go. Mr. Replacement returns the Lumina converter and reveals his immortality. Ah, he's sort of fake Verso. Got it. It's time for Act 2, and of course the new guy is hiding something. Whoa. My relationship level increased. Is that how people work? Yeah, Mael doesn't really know how to deal with any of this. I can't blame her. The Bergeons might be cannibals? It's only skin, but maybe that'll give us a big boost. Are we in a painting? I can barely hear anything now. To be fair though, records are fun. We should get back to the Flying Waters and collect some skin. The Bergeon goes down in no time. Let's see what happens. After a brief aside full of jumping, we waste even more Nevron sand. Is that it? Beating up the same Gestrels nets us some good pictos. When is the next story beat supposed to happen? I guess we have to swim over to the Forgotten Battlefield for that. There are a lot of bodies here. Mael wonders if we can bury Gustav. There is a grove down here somewhere. We just have to keep an eye out for it. And then a Chalier gets in the way. The enemies call for a different counter button now. Here's hoping that it works. We fight our way through the trenches, grab some goodies, and discover a cryptic woman. Like mother, like son, I guess. At least there's another chroma elixir over here. We're out of danger. Or are we? Mael is obviously traumatized. She doesn't really know how to deal with death. All of a sudden, a giant shatters the bridge. We wind up in a cave full of bodies and the fight begins. Luckily, the Dualistes combos aren't terrible. On the other hand, we have to fight the thing again. Mael goes down, but Lune comes to the rescue. Our sword foo is stronger than you! Nice! 2 attacks for Verso. Okay, sure, why not? We run into the forest and find the grove. It's time to say goodbye.
I'll finish what you started. The paintress, Magnemar, they will pay.
I'm sure that no one will ever forget this moment. Ever. We still have one more possible recruit out there. This time it's a Gestrel named Minoko. There is a protective barrier around the monolith as well. Luckily, the paintress has a heart and old Lumiere that can be broken. Are we going to get an explanation for the fracture? Who knows? We have some character segments to deal with. Lune has a taste for high fashion now.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day.
What do you mean by that?
Friends are not distractions.
Oh, Mael is escaping a life she doesn't want. Why is it so loud in here again? Armbands will make everyone forget. The monolith is very close. Let's make a run for Minoko's station. This place is smaller than I thought it would be. That makes it easy to meet an old friend.
Ladies, could I interest you in a duel?
Heh, Minoko might be a game changer for us. He can morph into Nevrons on a whim. And yes, I am smacking him with streetlights. Sometimes I forget that the duels don't mean much in this. Noko is here. Apparently a Stalact is on the way. It's just a big ice monster. Let's get rid of it. Will Minoko join us though? No.
There will be a lot of fighting though. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true. There will be a lot of fighting. Exactly. Count me in then.
Oh wait, never mind. And yes, I have to do a tutorial. This is the last one though, so whatever. Another Gestrel likes high fashion and poetry. So do all of the ladies. Kind of. That's exquisite. Time to move out. Old Lumiere is calling, as is a troubadour in training. This place is grim, but we have to push through it anyway. I mean literally. Minoko accidentally splits the group up, so we have to fight our way through— wait, is that one of Esquia's stones? Lune discovers a journal. What does it reveal about Verso? Who knows? It looks like we're all meeting in the middle. That shouldn't be a problem unless... Wait, where did Verso go? I must press on anyway. What's with the manor? Somehow Verso got there first. The fated woman, Renoir, and not Mael are there too, but we only need to deal with the dad.
You haven't told her the truth. Have you, son?
We're in a painting and Mael is actually an outsider? I got that. Also, he is my father. That's not a big secret. By the way, we have to fight him again. Only this time he can take damage? Is that because plot? Renoir doesn't actually fall. Why is that? I have no idea.
Why can't you accept who you are?
Yeah, Mael is from the outside and the scary kid is her copy. I've accepted that, so now what? Oh, the house is gone. We have to deal with Noko. Who is that character again? The curator can make a weapon that pierces the barrier. How convenient. Anyway, we have to kill 2 Axons to get to the paintress. Yeah, the Gestrels are dumb and dye hair. Why are we repeating information? Let's get back out there. Our first stop is Visages. Something is off. The Mask Keeper is here to deliver a parable about how masks illuminate. First, we have to destroy sadness. Okay, that's simple. It's time to deal with anger. The mask explodes on itself, so that works. Lastly, we have to take out joy? Okay. Let's do that, I guess. Visage's fatal flaw is the mask mirror. Once I destroy it, the thing falls apart. Or does it? The Keeper is the real enemy? No way! For some reason, the enemy tries to mask us all before it goes down. The attack doesn't work, so we head back to camp. How are things getting deep with Ciel again? Stories about hair dye don't count. There are other info dumps too, that might keep happening. SKA likes head pats though. What a bro. I guess we're in for some dancing. Is the paintress sleeping or is she horrifically depressed? The dancing Nevrons are a charming threat, so we ought to be on our guard. It isn't terribly difficult to shoot them, but still. What's down below? Alright, the Fading Man needs to do another soliloquy. And then we have to fight more baddies. What in the world is a sewing machine doing down here? The operator has to fall, so let's get to it. Not bad. We also have an immunity to charm now. A few fights will give it to everyone. Alright, we should be able to handle Cyrene. Where is the monster? There is a Yarny rattlesnake to wreck. Okay, why not? The only problem is that we have to head back outside to upgrade our weapons. Maybe that will make the difference.
What?
I'm waiting for you to connect the dots.
Oh, you mean, adventure.
You've been alone too long on this continent. When was the last time you seduced someone?
I could ask the same of you. Who wrote this? Okay, that black screen happened. It's time to confront the enemy. Cyrene tries to control the team with images of family. All of the sudden, she takes them away because it's time to fight. Failure comes awfully near, but a counterattack finishes the job. Oh wait, it doesn't. Loon has to kill the creature. We're all done here. The curator gets the proper materials. And then his obvious wife intrudes. Does that make a difference? No, neither does Loon's music hobby. CL wants to bone again. And as we all know, talking about a dead husband is just so sexy. I'm getting a little heated just speaking about it right now. It's just about time to face the paintress. But first, someone has been keeping a secret?
I'm sorry, Verso. She promised me sweet rocks.
What a bro.
Mon ami. I told you to stop drinking alone.
This is going to hurt tomorrow. Not Mael has a letter for Mael. Whatever for.
My beautiful sister doesn't need this ugly mask.
I know that you're trying to be nice, Verso, but put it back on!
You embrace her, yet you're condemning her to die.
It's awfully loud in here again. No one is fighting though, so we're okay now, thank you. How are you? Mael stabs the barrier and it disintegrates. Well, we're here. A depressed giant might be hard to beat, but it's not working. Mael can actually see her, which isn't a good idea. Everyone bursts into flames. Oh wait, it's a hallucination, never mind. We follow the paintress into the monolith. Of course, that means that we have to fight virtually every enemy on our way up. Anything to feed Minoko's disgusting love of feet, right? Is there going to be a story beat anytime soon? No? Okay. No, really, we're just going to keep up with the hack and slash. Silent flashbacks, eh? Oh well. Real Verso is here. He just wants to take us to a perverted version of Lumiere. It's a slog, but I push up to the peak. Oh yay, Renoir is in the way. Again. Verso is actually dead. That makes sense, unless we count this Verso as real.
If saving you means losing you, then so be it.
What? We have to fight again. Renoir plays it straight until we whittle him down to 33%. And then he summons a Shadow Furry that heals him. It's no big deal, though. Of course, Renoir is still alive. Why? Who knows? Suddenly, the curator shows up and helps Mael gommage our adversary. I guess she can do that now? We are getting closer, though. The paintress is just a short run away. Our Lady of the Busted Face is surprised that Mael doesn't look like a zombie. That compels her to fight us all. Gradient counters make a big difference, but it is not the end. Why didn't I give Esquier his rock back earlier? The paintress races a giant and we float up to continue the fight. The lead team goes down, but Lune and Ciel manage to salvage everything. Wait, something is off. Why is she healing us? This feels like murder. Still, we put the paintress down. Okay, what's the one twist that could happen now? Ciel offers Mael the Expedition 33 flag. It's easy to plant and we can all go home. I'm not sure why everyone changes their clothes though. Expedition 33 gets a hero's welcome. Gustave's apprentices don't take his death well, but we have a twist coming. Verso sits and reads the letter from his painted sister. We know all of this already, so now what?
When ridding the world of the paintress, you'd lose the soul force standing against the one who would erase us.
The monolith was actually a warning. That seems kind of obvious.
Your mother paints life, whilst your father, death. What will you paint?
Surprise, they're all dead. Or are they? In a flashback, Mael wakes up and...
Good, you're awake. Come downstairs.
How did she even hear that? Also, Alicia's missing an eye? Let's see what's downstairs. Renoir and Aline are fighting each other in the canvas. That's not good, but we already know it. Wait, Alicia can't talk at all? Oh. The parents have spent more than 50 years in there? How exactly is that not dire? Also, how does time pass? There's a conflict between painters and writers in the world. Are we going to get any more information on that? No? Okay. The canvas has to be destroyed? Why's that? Whoops, Alicia got swept up in Aline's chroma. What else is new? Her painted parents actually loved her. That's nice. Oh, Verso and Alicia are still alive? That must have something to do with how Verso's soul is in here. Alicia doesn't believe that the world is fake, which raises an interesting question. I'm sure that the writers won't ignore that possibility. Right, we can deal over 10,000 damage now? That should come in handy as we face the real Renoir. Or not. Renoir seems very warm, but...
Once we erase the canvas, we won't have to worry anymore.
She's home now. Why?
You know your mother. Verso painted this canvas. It contains a piece of his soul.
Uh-oh.
Look at me, I said no. I am not letting my daughter risk her life.
I get it. He cares about his wife and daughter. What are the ethics of this, though? Renoir can't help but destroy Lumiere, including Verso. Alicia manages to hit pause and Esquier comes to the rescue. It seems that the humans were the only victims. Alicia has to focus. It doesn't take too long for her to bring Lune and Ciel back. The scientist is understandably pissed, but the farmer is not. They plan to fight back with the help of the fallen expeditioners. There are some problems to grapple with first. Ciel believes that she can see her husband again. There goes that relationship. Then again, there is an open question. Should Alicia go home? We will have to grapple with that before too long. Let's stick with the plan. Oh wait, Ciel wants to go at it one more time. Is that how people act when they think they're gonna get their spouse back? At the very least, another fight with Francois means that Esquier can dive. Whatever. Oh, by the way, Ciel tried to void herself, but Esquier saved her. I already know that, so let's keep it going. At daybreak, we head over to Cyrene's dress. One big rattlesnake is annoying, but not terribly so. Expedition 46's journal is our prize. Lune's mother trusted her. Does that really matter now? I don't know. Then again, she can use another gradient attack. The cheater Picto will definitely help as well. Just ask Resurrected Noko, even though you can't. Alicia has the next side quest in mind at the Reacher. Over an hour goes by before we pick up on the parable that Renoir left behind.
Look around. He just wants you to fly.
How? More fighting? A lot more. We reach the summit. Painted Alicia has been waiting for Alicia. She leads her twin into a tree cavern in a duel. I should have seen that one coming. That didn't do anything, but...
Send me to my family.
Okay, sure, why not? Time to fight over it back at camp, I guess.
But you didn't even give me the chance to try. You just erased her.
Why do I get the feeling that this is going to backflip? Oh, Verso rescued Alicia but let Gustave die? Does that matter now? Alicia doesn't think so. Papa, go away. Huh? The main party is at level 67. It's time to finish this. As expected, Renoir's minions are wrecking Lumiere. Alicia raises the dead and we're off to battle. Some of the shades distract the enemy, but we have to take a few of them down on our own. The rooftops await. We rush across familiar ground and magic rope down to the fountain. Our minions are beginning to fall under Renoir's control. That shouldn't be a problem because we can bring them down in one turn. The boy is here. Why does no one understand his reasons for painting? I guess we can't know yet. And the chassier stands directly in our way. It has to fall like the rest. There's something in the water. Esquier should be able to grab it. It's a journal from Expedition 60 that explains the entire plot. How did no one see that before now? The piano playing in the opera house is actually a hologram. Not much else is in the building, so we head outside and fight some more. Verso seems to think that painting is forever. I wonder if that will change. Full strength is far too useful to pass up. The Creaton has to go. Luckily, it's not so hard. Renoir is waiting. What can we really do?
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
For some reason, Ciel and Lune don't even try to argue for their own survival. Your guess is as good as mine.
You treat me as if I'm still 5.
I treat you as if the shadow from the worst day of our lives is going to suffocate you and take you from us too!
It looks like we have to fight. Again. Stendhal does an incredible amount of damage. But of course, Cyrene intervenes to rescue Renoir. Go figure. Aline returns to the canvas and decimates the dancer. Well, it could be worse. Renoir laments his fight with his wife. Although the party takes a few hits, it isn't too long before we bring him down. There's just one problem. The canvas is killing Aline.
Verso's death broke us. Wanted to be fixed. I need it to be fixed. I cannot lose you too.
You see, that's how I feel about them.
Renoir wants to believe in his daughter, so he lets her stay a little while longer. There is a secret section of the canvas. It contains the boy and a question. Is it time to stop painting? Verso believes so. Alicia isn't very happy, though.
You lied to your father.
Oh, okay, I guess we're going with that. Also, leaving is an option? I'll take it, but...
This is not worth your life.
Life. My life of loneliness in a shell of a body, with no voice and no future.
This is losing me. Alicia can't let go, so we have to fight each other. And by fight, I mean one shot. Alicia falls, but Verso offers a little bit of comfort.
Don't do this. Don't leave me again.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, huh? You've got this incredible power to paint. You'll never have to suffer a life you don't want.
So, endless escapism is good, just not here? Alicia fades away, as does everyone else. Luna's angry, but does that matter if she's not real? I suppose it's time for a life to love. Well, the Descendres are together again and I mean, I like the stuffed Esquier, but still. Wait a minute, Verso died on December 33rd? Is this going to get mega meta? I guess not. Claire's just going to walk away for reasons. Oh, the main cast is waving goodbye after I murdered them all? That's nice of them, but what if it was the other way around? Verso just wants to die. It must be a life to paint time! Lumiere is mostly restored. It is a little odd that everyone is dressed in white. Then again, dress codes are a thing. Whatever. Everyone seems pretty happy. Gustave and Sophie are alive and together. Verso has been allowed to age too? What is he even doing here? Why does everything feel so wrong? Is Verso being mind-controlled? Are all of them? What's wrong with your face? Expedition 33 is overrated. Don't get me wrong, the game has an excellent soundtrack, jaw-dropping graphics, and great voice acting. However, those are small potatoes when compared to the story and how it plays. To be fair, the prologue and Act 1 are very strong. At the start, the focus is on getting ready for battle with a dark and downbeat tone. The beach massacre and Gustave's sacrifice reinforce the melancholy with a lot of dramatic weight. And then the script throws all of that out for a reminder that this is a video game. Yeah, I guessed that back in Act 1. Where do I find the warmth, parables, and moral dilemmas though? No, really, the last 2/3 of the game feels unfinished. My romance with Ciel illustrates how the character writing falls flat after Act 1. Stop and think about it for a second. Who is she as a person? Would you be even slightly interested in her or Lune if they were real women? I don't have a clue, so no. To make matters even worse, why do Lune and Ciel just sink into the background during Act 3? They could argue for their survival, but nope! It's death or blissful slavery. Renoir's supposed parables don't mean all that much either. Oh, okay, his wife dances, we all wear masks, and Alicia deserves to fly. Where is the definition that leads into honest lessons from a loving father? This lack of focus messes up the moral dilemma in the ending. If the people of Lumiere are real, Verso and Renoir are mass murderers. If they aren't, why should I care about most of the game? That's not even counting the issue of Alicia's future. Oh no. Our secret lead could have been a timeless example of how people struggle with depression. She can't stand to look at herself in the mirror already, so imagine the pressure of seeing a monster painted by her own mother. That would be a nasty obstacle for her recovery, no? What exactly can Alicia do to resolve such a problem? Nothing. She actually looks like that. Forget about flying. How is she supposed to heal? What would stop her from sinking into another painting? And no, the plot said so is not the right answer. Even if we take the story as is, it still suffers from pacing problems. You might think that a story-driven game would advance at a good clip. 10 to 20 minutes seems like the right range to aim for, but it depends on the genre. In a bunch of different areas, Expedition 33 stretches that timer out to as long as an hour. Would you be willing to watch a movie that is just visuals for that long? I don't think so. But enough of that, how does the gameplay hold up? Well, the navigation is a bit of a problem. There is no minimap or compass in the levels, so it's really quite easy to get turned around. Then again, the combat system is iffy, so It's easy to understand the basics. Each character has shared potions and attack and 6 special abilities. The only problem is that certain enemy types can resist or even be vulnerable to different types of damage. In some cases, that trait is intuitive, such as using fire to melt ice. In others, the lack of a tell can lead to some trial and error. Irritation only compounds because of the janky parrying and dodges. The system just doesn't feel as intuitive as it should. And then Act 3 throws it in the garbage. I wish I was kidding. Alicia can nuke everyone with Stendhal or Phantom Strike. Just ask Simon. Oh wait, you can't. Why bother with an extended fight when the battle can be over in a minute? I think that Expedition 33 can be summed up as a case of missing potential. The world could have experienced one of the most radical pieces of art in a generation. Instead, we have another video game. GG, I'll see you next time.